Khouja, the Syrian refugee, Mohammed Khouja.
Thank you. Madam Conference Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. If I were to ask who owns an iPhone or an iPhone-inspired device, I probably would guess everybody would raise their hand. Now, if I were to ask who will be willing to give up his iPhone, probably none of you will. Me neither. I wouldn't. We truly have become so accustomed, so dependent on this marvelous device. It has become an integral part of our anatomy. None of us would leave their home without that device. Such a great device. Now imagine that device did not exist and it was not around. All of us use it for general purpose, but many people really depend on that device. Ask a blind person. It is their eyes that tell them what's ahead of them. So imagine the iPhone, Steve Jobs, the creative force behind that device. Apple computer did not exist. Really difficult to imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, if the immigration environment back in the 50s was anything like today, this would have happened. Abdulatif Jandali, a young immigrant from Syria, trying to come to the United States, had he been denied entry on account of spiritual belief and being out of Syria, this device would not have existed. Luckily for us, he was permitted to come to the States, went on to marry Joanne Simpson, and fathered Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, the most valuable company in the world in 2016, is the son of a Syrian immigrant. Myself is a Syrian immigrant. 30-some years ago, I landed in LAX. Suitcase full of dirty clothing, a lot of books, $200 in my pocket, big smile, and willing to embrace my new home. I came to America. Today, as we see a new wave of Syrian refugees that grace our shores, they left tyranny, destruction, death. They left their beloved home that it does not exist today. I have a message for them, a message that I was given myself 30 years ago. Have hope. Don't be weary. Don't despair. With time, things will be okay. I understand what we've gone through. I've lived it. I lived the humiliation of leaving your homeland. On the way to America, landing in a European country. Imagine for a second, the plane that I was on, supposed to go to the gate like every other plane would. Not our plane coming out of Damascus. It has to be taken all the way to the elevator, deep plane, ordered everybody to stand in line, men, children, adults, everybody, surrounded by soldiers. And one of them would walk on this lineup. Imagine with me. You. Imagine that instance. Luckily for me, not for them that got picked up, I was allowed to move on and made it to the States. To the Syrian refugees today, I know exactly what they do. God knows what you have witnessed. But now you're here. Welcome to your new home. Welcome to America. The road ahead of you is going to be long and hard. You have to struggle. You have to have 2 jobs. Go to school at night. Do whatever it takes to succeed. But you will. You will collect the fruits of your work. Don't be afraid to leave your mark. Many Syrians before you did. Matter of fact, when you see here in America, you see that people already use hummus, eat it, but they don't call hummus, they call hummus. It already existed. And many, many other things. Be ready to receive kindness from people. You're going to see a lot of it. Many, many beautiful people are willing to help you. I know for a fact you don't like to be the receiving end. But with time, you will be that hand that actually gives. In the event that somebody made you feel unwelcome, not worthy, you are not American enough, you don't belong, don't be despair. Take a trip to New York City. Go to Liberty Island, stand at that majestic statue, look at the broken chains and shackles on her feet. The torch in her arm has been lighting the way for over 130 years for immigrants like you and before you. Walk down to the base of that statue. Look for that bronze tablet on the wall. That bronze tablet has your invitation and many people like you. And the beautiful words on that tablet. Give me your tired. Give me your poor. Your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Madam Council.